Hello all, welcome back. In the previous lecture, we discussed about pointer to structure and how to allocate the memory to the structure variable. Now I don't want to store only roll number and name. I want to store the details of the student. That is I want to store the subject detail as well as the marks of the subject. So here we can declare the structure within the structure. For example, struct subject. Here in struct subject, you can just declare subject code. For example, character name of 20, that is the subject name. And here you can declare the mark of subject. How many subjects you want? So I want, for example, 3 subjects. So I'm just declaring here 3. So you can say that this is a array of structure, and you can say this structure is known as a structure within structure. Now one more thing that I don't want to declare here, that is character name 20. I want to allocate the dynamic memory to this name also. So here instead of this array within structure, you can say that this is pointer within structure, and here you can say that this is array within structure. So what we discussed, very simple, you can say this is the name of the structure, these are the members of the structure. You can say this is the structure within structure, this is the pointer within structure, and this is the array within structure. And you can say this is a array of structure. Here we need to just give the name to this our subject variable, that is you can say that a sub of 3. So this my sub variable is referred to this subject structure, and this s variable will refer to student structure. Now I want to get the input from the user. So first I want to make the changes over here, that is character pointer name. It means I want to allocate the dynamic memory to name variable. So here for each student we can write that is s of I dot name is equal to, you can cast to character pointer malloc size of character multiply by 20, then the 20 character length will be allocated to this variable, that is s of I dot name, and it will work for each student. Now not only this, I want to get the input from the user, that enter roll number name, as well as I want the mark also. So if you want the marks, then you can say that this is the structure that is available inside the structure. So for each student I need a marks of 3 subjects. So for each student there is a loop, that is I. Now for each I need each subject. It means for each student I need each subjects. So here you can just declare j variable. Here you can write for j is equal to 0, j less than, now how many subjects are there? There are 3 subjects. So you can write j less than 3, j plus plus. Now here you can get the input from the user, and that is enter marks of subject. Now I want to write marks of subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, like this. So I'm simply writing here j plus 1. Here you can write scanf %d ampersand s of I for each student dot subject of j dot mark. So for each student, for each subject, the mark will be get from the user. So here you can see carefully that 0 to n, that is for example 5 student, then the 5 times roll number and name will be there, but for each 5 student there will be 3 subjects mark. Now at the last I want to print the marks also. So how we can print the marks? Very simple. Whenever you want to print the marks, then definitely for each students multiple marks are there. So we will write here j is equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus, and here you can simply print percentage 4d, and here you can simply write s of I dot subject of j dot mark. So marks of every student will be displayed. Here you can simply remove this slash n, and here you can write the slash n, so the data will be displayed properly. So you can simply run this particular code and you can check is it working properly or not. So whenever you run this particular code, now for each student's mark will be asked by the user. For example, 3 students, roll number 101, name Ram, marks, for example, 78, 90 and 99. 102, Laxman, marks are, for example, 54, 76 and 78. 103, name is, for example, Sita, 56, 78 and 45. Here you can see the output, that is, this is the roll number, this is the name, and this is the mark of 3 subjects. So this is the way you can get the input from the user. But if you look carefully over here, for example, if I am running again, how many students you want? For example, 101. But here in a name, if I provide the space, for example, Parag Shukla, if I give the space, then it will not work properly. Why? Because I am running this particular code up to %s. So instead of %s only, here you can write, that is, run this up to user not provide the /n. But whenever you write not provide the /n, what happen? Whenever you put the enter after roll number, for example, how many students you want? 1. If I am entering 101 and if I press the enter, then that /n will be entered into name, and that is the reason why it will be skipped. So what we can do in this particular case, simple, before scanning the value of a name, you can simply clear the standard input. So you can write F plus standard input. So now it will work properly and it will store the space also. For example, how many students are there? 3. 101. Parag Shukla, marks are 43, 45 and 34. 102. Tatsat Shukla, marks are 54, 67, 87. 103, for example, name is Devin Patel, 65, 78 and 87. And you will get the report over here. These are the records. And if you look carefully into your program, then this program having the pointer to structure, array of structure, structure within structure, pointer within structure, array within structure. So that's it from my side. In the next lecture, we will add the total and percentage to this particular program. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.